Hafa Day and welcome to this week's edition of Team Andersen Update 2000. Coming up, Andersen provides presidential support, words from the PACAF Vice Commander, and Andersen elementary students, along with base volunteers, team up. You may have noticed the unusually large number of aircraft on our flight line lately. Andersen is participating in a month-long operation called Phoenix Banner, supporting President Bill Clinton's visit to India. The C-5, C-17, and C-141 aircraft are transporting presidential support material. 634th Air Mobility Support Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Bill Breen, believes the key to the success of this mission is teamwork.
An effort of this magnitude certainly calls for a lot of teamwork, and Team Andersen has stepped up to that challenge. Everyone has bent over backwards to help the 634th complete its task, and at the same time, Team Andersen has pulled together to ensure that the President's visit goes smoothly and successfully.
During Operation Phoenix Banner, Team Andersen has supported as many as 14 missions in a 24-hour period. The mission will continue for another 2 weeks. Stay tuned. Coming up later in the show, Andersen volunteers help out a local school.
It was 1 against, I don't know, probably 10. By the time they were done, his neck was red and... I am afraid to go to high school. It scares me.
I have a knife and you don't. Ha ha ha.
He bring a knife.
He brought a knife. It was in his backpack. There was this kid that was like 17. He came to a school with a gun.
We didn't know if it's fake or real.
Our children need our help to deal with tough issues, like violence. Please, talk with your kids.
You're watching Team Andersen Update 2000.
Welcome back to the show. Outsourcing has been a great concern to military members of late. During a recent visit to Andersen, PACAF Vice Commander Lieutenant General Lansford Trapp took time to share his views on outsourcing and how it will affect the Air Expeditionary Force and Andersen Air Force Base.
As you know, Andersen Air Force Base is being looked at in a re-engineering effort to see if there's a smart way to do supply, transportation, possibly airfield kinds of things. I think in the long term, you're going to see the Air Force is going to take a real hard look at those things that we have decided are inherently governmental to ensure that we have got enough people to do those functions as we look at our overseas to stateside basing issues, so that we don't in our expeditionary Air Force find ourselves on the road very often because we've outsized, let's say, all of the supply or all of transportation or all of civil engineering. So we're taking a hard look at those. I think in the long run our goal is to be more effective, be more efficient in what we do, and ensure that as we become more expeditionary, we don't outsource those key areas that we will need to be more expeditionary. I know you're looking at a large reduction here at Andersen Air Force Base right now, and I know that's under review and a lot more to follow on that. I think you'll see us continue along that road in the name of efficiency and effectiveness.
We look forward to hearing from the General again in the near future. Some Andersen members tried out their green thumbs recently. Members of the 36th Communications Squadron pitched in to help 2 Andersen Elementary School 3rd grade classes with a science project. In preparation for a gardening experiment, the volunteers dug up rocky soil and prepared it for planting by the students. The children had this message for the volunteers.
Dear volunteers, thank you for taking time from your busy work schedule to help us create our garden. We appreciate your help with bringing soil and digging the garden. Our class plans to work as hard as you did in taking care of the plants. Please enjoy our refreshments. Sincerely, Miss Moose's class and Miss Bertuco's class.
A few days later, the students were able to plant their seeds to begin their science project.
Thank you,
As you can see, there are rich rewards in volunteering, and it's a good thing to do for your community as well as your career. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show. Tune in again next week for more stories on Team Andersen's people and events. On behalf of Staff Sergeant Howard Feinstein, A1C Melody Arsenault, and the entire Team Andersen Update staff, I'm Staff Sergeant Johnny Stevens. Thanks for watching.